or Umesh. These are similar men in many ways, like I said. And I want to introduce to you now Umesh, who will proceed and tell you a little more about his thoughts on this conference and the opportunity we have today.
Very excited to let you know that there are close to 180 people have confirmed. That's the reason why some of you may be sitting a little behind the pillars. You may have difficulty watching. There are going to be other people who will come. Maybe they're stuck with the traffic problem, whatever it is. If you would like to come back and take the seats in the front, that will be awesome. So anyway, again, I'm very excited, very thrilled to see all of you. I know you could have been somewhere else doing your work at office and helping people stay compliant. And you have taken your time to be here and listen to us and again be part of this event. So, before we get started, I would like to share a story of Lord Buddha. This is something I was taught when I was in school. One old woman whose son has just died. And she's crying, and her neighbor tells her, you know what, in the outside of the village, under a tree, there is a saint, his name is Buddha. You go and talk to him. He might be able to bring your son back to life. It's because he's a God man. He has done many miracles. So you could go back and do that. Then the mother, cryingly taking her son in her arms, runs to the Buddha and tells him, he is the only son that I got. I want him to make him alive, bring back his life. And Buddha tries to convince her, you know what? I really can't bring him back to life. But the mom doesn't listen. She wants her son back. Then he tells her, okay, I need an ingredient to bring him back to life. All I want you to do is go back to the village, get me a grain of salt from a house that has no death. And if you do that, and I'll bring him back to life. Then she says, oh, it's easy. And I'll go back to the village. And she runs back to the village and goes back and knocks on every door. The first house she asked, they said, you know what, recently my grandfather died. The next house she goes on. And her mother died, her brother died, her son died, it goes on. By the end of, she's done with all the homes in the village, then she realizes that death is inevitable. So today we all are here, and many of you represent many of the IT and BPO industries. You know that immigration compliance is something that we want to make sure we're compliant, but nobody can claim that we're 100% compliant. That is something is the biggest challenge that we have been seeing, and we're trying to address that every day. So today's event, today's conference theme is focused more on immigration compliance with all the changes that are happening around the world. So as Buddha said, death is inevitable. So the non-compliance is a big challenge. I don't think any company can come back and say, you know what, we are 100% compliant. But the effort has to be there to make sure that we stay compliant. So IT and BPO industries today in India over the last 10-15 years have been growing tremendously. As per NASCOM, it is worth $60 billion US. And it employs 2.5 million employees as of 2009. This is the data that I gathered from NASCOM. So based on my association and my interaction with the senior management in many of the corporations here, close to 1/3 of the workforce, that makes around 8,000 employees, are always working abroad. So along with these 8,000 employees, in many instances, their families join. So every employee who goes abroad, some of them may be single, but in case their wife, their children, there may be parents, whatever they join, that basically makes 1.6 million people are employees or their spouses from India, are the people that you represent, are the people that you manage, are working at any time outside this country. Again, what does it mean to all of us here? This basically is 1.6 million immigration compliance challenges. That's what it is. And many of you who are in this room today, And those who are in the office doing that work, your job is not that you're just sending the documents to the law firm or processing them. If you look at the bigger picture of the job that you perform today, is to make sure that all these 1.6 million, the lives of the people, or their careers, their schools, whatever it is, people that are working abroad, is what you help them to make sure they're compliant and they could do what they're supposed to do. And this is something that all of you basically do back at your job, and it really does not get enough appreciation. That's something that I have seen. There are people in HR, they do retention and all that, but when it comes to immigration, there's in many companies a small team, and you guys are unsung heroes. But I have a lot of deep respect, and I'm very proud of all of you. I think you all need a big hand. So the next is, we talk about compliance. Why do we need to be here today? Because there are, the difference that the GIMC conference that we make here is, this is, conference is basically whatever we're doing today is for you all. And anything that we try to put up together and is for you and is by, guess who? Again, it's you all. So that's the difference we are trying to bring in this conference. So there are many conferences that get conducted in India, but the difference here is we want to make sure this is for you guys and for the people who work hard day and night to help making sure that the employees are compliant worldwide. And for this conference, the vision that we have here at INSZoom and for this industry here is share the knowledge that many possess. Probably when I visited some of the folks in some of the large organizations, even in some small organizations, the knowledge that they have and the process maturity that they have to keep the employees compliant or to process their visas or the maturity that they have, it is amazing. That's what I would like to bring in, make sure that we share that knowledge with the rest of the folks so that it helps the industry grow. And with that, we learn from each other. And also it's a great opportunity for all of us to network and in return, we all grow. So before we get started in GIMC 4, but I'd like to, I know there are some of you have been attending this conference almost every year, and some of you are new. I would like to give you a little bit history of how this started. In 2007, I still remember in January first week, and I was speaking to some of my friends who are working in some of the large corporations here. I said, the amount of knowledge you have, the process maturity that you guys know, I think we should share with other folks in the industry. They said, that's a great idea. How to do it? Then I said, I'll pull up something together, let's get started. So within 2 weeks, we decided to put together a team of people, and the first GIMC was launched in 2007. And we had representation from 8 different corporations. And basically, the folks who were there, they were clearly visionaries. And today you will be able to hear from them in the various sessions today. And we had 20 attendees, and it was just simple. It's not like a big conference like this in a room. It's just a round table conference. We just sat together, we spent the whole day, and everybody was excited in sharing their knowledge, and I could see the passion in everyone and how they want to help this industry and help this 1.6 million lives out there to make sure they're compliant. So that's what it's all about. And it was a huge success for me. Though it was 20 people, the energy and the passion that I saw in each one of them, and we had the session started at 10 o'clock in the morning, but it went on till 6 o'clock, then also had a dinner. But people wanted to share and learn from each other. It was a wonderful experience for me. I said, we're going to do this next year, maybe we'll make it a little bigger scale. So after the success of the first GIMC, then if you look at the graph here, on 2007, we had 20, 2008, we doubled. And looking at 2009, again we doubled. And 2010, we doubled. It was basically, it exceeded my expectation. I was expecting there to be 120 people. So if you really look at it, and we're looking at 100, that's the reason why we have this cluster table that was set up for 120. But I'm glad that there is a need for people, for this knowledge to be shared in the industry. So, moving forward, the future, what is that we like to do? Just looking at the response that I see in this industry here, right here in Bangalore. That many of you have come from different parts of the country, not just from Bangalore here. We would like to, again, definitely that's going to be GIMC 2011, that's our first conference. So if we really look at the number that we saw, so we should be hitting at least 300 or more. So, definitely that I would require all of your guidance and participation in this. So along with that, the couple more things we're looking at trying to do is conduct some regional meetings. So probably, especially the 4 big metros that we have. So we're looking at in Chennai, then Hyderabad, and Mumbai and Delhi. So probably we're looking at trying to do one in those cities. Then afterwards, along with that, followed by maybe once in a quarter teleconferences, basically focusing more on how we can help the Indian immigration industry to stay compliant. So that's what we have in plan for the next year. Then going back to today's conference today for GIMC 4, it's going to be very different. And one thing that personally myself and we at INSZoom take pride in doing something new, different. So you are going to see that today. So this GIMC 4, it's going to be great fun. And you're going to carry that experience, man, this is awesome. And we have planned many events, fun, and we're going to have some surprise gifts. And that's something Jake is going to have that list what he's going to do. So we really look forward to all of your participation and make this event not just learning, also make it fun. And along with that today's event, we have a lot of industry visionaries in immigration have come here, including Soumitra is going to be here today in the afternoon. And along with that, we have heads of several different companies, immigration departments heads are here. Then along with that, we have Cynthia Ranch. She is the partner at Fragmental Benson, and we have I have known Cynthia for the last 10 years. If you are in immigration in US and you got to know Cynthia, and I would personally welcome you to the event. Thanks for coming all the way from Santa Clara and here. And Rami Fakuri, he's been our customer since probably 2001 or 2000, I don't even remember, but he's a great friend of mine and he has been a great supporter of GIMC for the last 3 years. And he works with many of the customers here in India. And Ravi, thanks for being here. Then Brian Bossy from FIS, and I've met him many times and many other conferences. I used to tell him, you should come to India. He said, Umesh, I'd love to plan to come. Thank you, thanks for being here today. And we have another sponsor, Bloom Solutions. And thanks for being here, and we really thank your support and confidence in this event. So I would like to, today we have great sessions. Again, as per our vision, we would love to use these great sessions to share and learn. Then also this provides an opportunity for all of us to network and grow. So here I give you INSZoom 4th annual GMT conference. Thank you all. So trying to give the GMC 4 details, I want to request Jacob Lippmann, and he's in I have known Jake probably for the last 10 years. So he used to work very close to another law firm and San Ramon close to law firm. Very creative, over the box thinker, and he's very funny too. So he's again, as I said, he's a big fan of Rajinikanth. So, and he watches a lot of his movies. So he's going to do some of his Rajinikanth's moves down the road. That's what we talked about. So, Jake, please come over and introduce the GIMC 4 agenda and plans. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, let's give Umesh a round of applause. Looking forward to hearing more from him and also the others that are here. And